Hello, it's Mary Lou here, and I have 3 Traveler's Notebook style vintage journals from 3 different sources, and there's a long list. I just went through all my graphics, all my kits that I've saved, and just picked out what I wanted for each one. So they're all pretty different from each other in their style inside. This one's a little more grungy and these are more shabby, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let me show them to you. There's 3, the old Cottage Charm. I'm calling this one Elizabeth and this is Katherine. So let's start with the first one. This is Old Cottage Charm. Isn't that beautiful? These are from DreamzEtc. The cover is, at least. Isn't that pretty? Lace on the spine. Tie closure, and it's some organza ribbon or organdy or whatever you call it, that shiny stuff. Anyway, here we go. There's the inside page with the lace pocket. The journal belongs, and then here's the tag. Did a little stenciling and did a little stamping. And I gotta say, before I go any farther, these were inspired by Teresa LaFrenz and Charlene Sherrod. Charlene has been making some beautiful journals, and I'm not even going to try to compete with her, so this is my nod to them and their style. So hopefully this is okay. Anyway, you can see I did stenciling. Here's a little spot here, a tuck spot, where you can do a little tiny little note, and it's got a little rose to tuck into, whoops, so that you can tuck it and close it. Okay, here's a belly band with a tag. I did little sheets printed out of the same digital. It's smooth and shiny, kind of a sheen to it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it prints nicer on that. In the little tuck spot, I put these 3 things. Nothing on the backs of those. And here in a digital program, I took a piece of the page and faded it way out and just put some little spots. I thought they were pretty to do that way. I've done it before. There you go. There's another little tuck spot, a bigger one, and it just tucks into London there. And in the back, there's room to put things as well. I also printed the flowers on the and this is parchment. These you could attach things if you want to write little notes. There's a little sack or bag, and in it there's this. And oh, on back of almost everything, but not quite everything, I did put the pink quads on there, the grid. Okay, on the other side of this pocket, what I did is I put a paper clip. It's an envelope with some fibers on it. And there's a little envelope that comes with this particular kit, and there's a card inside. It will come back. More printing. Here's a belly band with where you can write a note, and this opens up, and there's a full sheet, or a good size sheet to do some writing on, and yet when it's closed up you can't read it. Here's another one of those pages, and I did put some doilies. There's another little half sheet. There's an upward tuck, an up tuck, whatever, and some tags in there to journal on, or some cards. I did put some grid paper that makes it a little more junk journal-ish. Some more of my pages, and these actually have lines on them. Okay, here's a little pocket. I put these in them. I didn't overload these too much. I tried to keep them down. I did some fussy cutting on this piece and made it a pocket. And the ribbon that I have up here is Sari silk ribbon. I used it throughout, and it's multiple colors, but it goes with everything in the kit. Here's some more of my printing. Another little side tuck there. This kit is so beautiful. Here's a little pocket I made, a little tuck spot, And in there I put those 3 things. And there's another little envelope right here, and this is tucked into the envelope. Mrs. Cog's beautiful photos or paintings that she's made available to us. It's a tiny envelope, or a littler envelope, and in it is this tag, a little card. You could do some journaling on the back. And in here is a bigger one as well, here. I think I flipped, yeah, this was on here, so that's, yeah. Okay, this was on here. Anyway, we'll fix that later. Look at the beautiful imagery in this kit. Here's some more of those, the other side of those little flips. Let's see, I didn't use any tea-dyed papers. This is all parchment. And then the papers that I printed on are cardstock. So here's a double pocket on this page. There's another pocket up here that I fussy cut out. And it's got some smaller items. Some graph paper. And here's a little, a page that I put in that I made a little pocket. And then those are the things in it. Here's a Rita Donnelly flip. And inside that pocket here that I made is another little envelope with a card to journal on. And up here is a tag. And this is the back, the inside of the back pocket, or the back page, and so I made a little side pocket there and put these in them. So there's enough. I didn't overstuff, but there's plenty of ephemera in that one. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This one I'm calling Elizabeth. That's my daughter's name. We called her Lisa, or call her Lisa. So there's the cover. I love this paper with the musical and flowers on it. So pretty. Inside the cover, lots of pink in this one. There's the story begin, and this journal belongs, or this book belongs to. Another double pocket. And now in this one, it's all either cardstock or my digital pages, the paper that I use from Red River, or this is vellum. Anyway, in these vellum pockets, I did put tea-dyed paper. So this is a pretty long strip that you can do some journaling on. Below in the show more comments, I will put the names of the companies from which I bought all this digital stuff that I use, so that you will know. And then you see the grid on the back of there. Lots of lace. More stenciling. Here's a side pocket. Love the color of this printable. There you go. Another little pocket. Side pocket. Sorry, I got fumble fingered there. Here's another little sheet that you can flip down and journal in. And above it is a pocket. So here's a bag. There's a little file folder. I loved how this one turned out with the kind of vintage lace and this old flower. Here's a pocket, or an envelope. And it has these two vintage little gals on there. So cute. center here, I have a pocket here that I cut out. It's those two things. And then I put another pocket up here that just kind of goes across. There's a glassine envelope, and then there's this tag in there. On this side is just a belly band with a tag or a card, and then this slip of writing paper. And parchment does write on very well, nicely. It's beautiful. So there's plenty of pages for journaling. There's another little glassine bag. We've got a card and another envelope made of vellum with some tea-dyed paper, just like a little note card. I just love all the blue and pink in this. That's why I tried to, you know, keep it the same throughout the kit. Okay, there's a tag or a card, and I put some little doily on this. I put some little lace on the bottom of the little dress. Here's another long envelope, and inside, if I can get to it, there you go, is a piece of tea-dyed paper. There's another little flip with a pocket. And doily on here on the back. I put this little thing. You could put a picture there or write something, and there's a little tag. I think I got this in a swap or a rack, so I just tucked it in there. Let's see. More of my roses. Here's another flip pocket in this one. Inside this is another tea-stained paper, tea-dyed paper, I should say, in a vellum envelope, and this pretty card. And behind, there's a pocket here. I love this beautiful print. And there's a Tiffany stamp, and another tall envelope with some lined tea-dyed papers in it. And it's folded, so it's bigger than the envelope. It's double. More of the graph paper. Yep, and that's the end of the book. On the back cover, there's a tag and a card to journal on. Okay, so that's that one. And the last one, this is Katherine. And there's her front, the front of the book, and the back. Beautiful colors of pinks and peaches and corals maybe even, and this beautiful butterfly. Hug Snug seam binding. This one's a little more dark on the edges. It was a little more grungy. So here's the front. This book belongs to. I loved this image. There's a card, or a tag and a card. Put a little bustier with a little, I remembered, I couldn't say it, I couldn't remember what it was one time. Anyway, here's some lace and some trim with little roses, little rosettes there. There's a dress and a card. 2 cards. Some more of that. There's a little, I love this dragonfly because there's birds and dragonflies and butterflies, all kinds of things in this kit. There you go. I did use some Wink of Stella in this one. Here's another little tuck spot or a belly band with a spot down here to hold it, keep it from falling out, and a paper to journal on. And I printed out this strip, and then I found this, and so I glued it over the top. I thought it was cute. Keys, a pretty pocket, vellum envelope, or yeah, no, this isn't vellum. Okay, there's a pretty picture of a gal from Mrs. Cog and Butterfly. And this little envelope, it is vellum actually. And there's a tiny piece of paper to journal on, but there you have that. Here's another flip, and I found this little one in some of my of the sets that I had, and I put a little heart there with a little rose, and it opens up and you can journal in there. And then up in the top of it I put those two, a ticket and a card. I put some birds in here, the stamp I have. Here's the center of the journal, a little a side pocket with some lace and some of this rose trim and some of the Martha Stewart punch that I like to use. There's the dragonfly again. This is a vellum envelope, and inside is a picture of a woman journaling, a vintage woman, and then some paper to journal on. So you can do the same. On the other side, I found this fan. And so in the pocket, this is a glassine bag back here, but in the little pocket across here are these two things. And I put a mirror on the front that I found. And then there's this beautiful tag in the back. And I loved those, all the roses. I am a rose. I love roses. I guess you probably know that by now. Some butterfly stamping, a little tuck spot. Love this one of her journaling. And there, this is a die I just got of a bustier on a hanger with bows. So I put it on that sheet and grunged it up a little more. And if I'm off on the style that I'm calling this, please forgive me. I'm not real aware of all of them, but it seems kind of grungy to me. But I love the roses. This is my favorite paper right here. Okay, there's another little vintage finds I put here. Another one of the little tags like I used in one of the other. And then there's these three vintage ladies. Pretty, pretty little ones. Another Rita Donnelly flip. In this pocket is a beautiful little child holding roses. This is an old Marion Smith envelope and card. So they're in here. I thought they fit the bill. And then back here, beautiful rose. And this is also a Marion Smith. And inside is a good piece of lined vintage or two-dyed paper that you can write on. And there are tiny little lines on the envelope itself. Okay, at the back of the book, we have another pocket with a butterfly on it. Very subtle. And I love the roses again. And then there's your tags and a card. Tag and a card. Okay, that's all three of them. Let me put them back out here so you can see them. I will have them listed in my Etsy shop if you're interested. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I always love and encourage your questions. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.